Hey guys, Mike here at MS Tutorials. Welcome back. Well guys, today we are going to model an axe, okay? A battle axe or in this case, a fireman's axe, okay? Cool. So we're going to start off in our panel view here. We're going to go to our front view, click on View, Image Plane, Import Image, and I found this object right here that we're going to use, this reference, okay? We're going to hit R, we're going to scale that up nice and big so we can see what's going on. And we're going to hit E and we're going to rotate that until it's about straight up. Okay. Then we're going to start off with a polygon cylinder. All right. We're going to do 10 subdivisions on that and we'll do 0 caps. Okay. We're going to hit R. We're going to squish it in a little and we're going to move to our front view. Let's hit W, move it over here, F to zoom in, R to scale down until we are close to where we need to be. Okay, that's not bad. All right. Then we're going to right click, go to face, select the top face and go to edit mesh and extrude. We're going to hit W to pull that out. Just push it down a little bit. And we're going to start to work from here. So we're going to move this to, let's say here, G to repeat, W to pull out, G to repeat, W to pull out, and we're going to work our way up. GW, GW, GW to about there. And then we're going to right click, go to vertex, drag select this, hit R and scale it out just slightly, and then bring it to the left. And we'll turn on our X-ray so we can see what's going on. And then we'll take this, scale that out as well. Hit W, bring it down to about here, like so. And then we're going to right click, go to face, edit mesh, extrude, hit W to pull up again. And let's pull that up to about there and then just tilt it a little bit. That's about right. Okay. Now let's focus on the bottom section here. Okay, edit mesh, extrude, W to pull down. We're going to go to this view right here and we're going to kind of repeat that process. So this is a fairly straight section. And we'll just tweak this here, right click vertex. Okay. And let's see, where were we? Right here. Edit mesh, extrude. Hit W, bring that down to about there. G to repeat, W to pull down. G to repeat, W to pull down. And GW to about there. And GW to about there. Okay. And then we're going to right click at our vertex, take these, scale it out just a little, and hit W and move it over. Hit R, scale it out, W and move it over, and R to scale out, and W to move over. This one needs to scale a bit more. Okay, so that's pretty much our handle. Okay, and we're going to tweak that later, no worries. First, we're going to right click on object mode, we're going to select it, we're going to hit R, and we're going to push it in. Kind of to flatten that out, if you will. Not too much, but that's about right. Now keep in mind that we have 10 subdivisions going on up here, okay? Next, for the blade, we're going to take a polygon pipe, pull that up, hit R, scale that down quite a bit, and change the subdivisions to 10. Okay, we're going to hit W, we're going to move that over, we're going to move that up until we're pretty close to the top there. We're going to hit F to zoom in. And let's pull that down until we have this line level, okay? And we're going to start to bring that in. All right. Now we're going to right click, go to vertex, and I'm going to take all of these vertices, and I'm going to bring them over here, okay? And we want this vertex to line up with that one, and that one with that one, okay? And now I'm going to start to move these vertices into place. So I'm just going to move this to there and move this to there. And then we're going to take these two, hit R, let's see, that would be about probably back here. Yeah, there we go. Hit R, push that in like so. And then we'll take these two, R to scale them out, W to move them back to about there. And then we'll take these two, R to scale out, W to move in. Okay, pretty close. All right. Now, for the back of our axe, we want that to be fairly straight. Okay, so we're going to bring that one in. All right. Now, these guys need to move forward. Okay, so we're going to pull them out, and we're going to just have a look here to see how far that needs to come out to about there. Then we're going to right click into object mode. We're going to hit R, and we're going to start to stretch that up and move the whole thing down and kind of see if we can get this in the right proportion. Now keep in mind that our reference image is photographed from the front but slightly from below, so it's not a perfect perspective. Okay, so we need to keep that in mind. All right, so that's what we've got so far. Now we're going to right click, go to vertex, we're going to drag select these, and we're going to hit R, and we're going to start to push them in, because obviously this is an axe, right? Not too much. We don't want any overlap right here. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll go to Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop Tool, and let's add one right there. And then we'll add, well, not there. We'll add, let's see, not there either. Let's see, that's fine. Just adding some subdivision here, but I'm just trying to see what the perfect location would be for that. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go to our top view, and then right click vertex, and we'll take these two, and we can hit R and bring that in, but we need to be careful that we don't have any overlap over here. Okay, and then we'll take these two, and they can come in quite a bit. First we'll get this one to where it needs to be, and then we can tweak these two. Okay, so that's that. Excuse me. Now we need to flare it out a little bit. So we're going to right click on our vertex and drag select all of these. We're going to hit R, and we're going to start to pull that out. Let's see how that looks. That's not too far off. Okay. Actually, that's not bad. All right. One thing I want to change though is I want to take these two. That's as far as I can go probably. Okay, we'll take this. We'll hit W, we'll bring that in to about there. And then we can start to tweak these. Not that. And then we'll go to Mesh Tools, Inject Edge Loop Tool, sorry, Mesh Tools, Inject Edge Tool Option Box. And we'll do 5, like so. Q on our keyboard, right click Vertex. And we're just going to start to create that shape. Okay. Now let's smooth this guy out and see how that looks. We're going to need to add subdivision, probably. And yes, that is the case. So we're going to hit 1 to go back. And we're going to need to tweak this a little. So at this point, we can take our reference image and get rid of it. And let's just make this look nice the way we think it looks nice. Okay, so I'm going to right click Vertex. I'm going to take all this stuff, pull it out a bit, and then take this and kind of make that pointier, if you will. And then we got this nice little thing going on here. It's a bit too abrupt, so we'll take this one and kind of transition that to make it a bit more flowing line, if you will. Okay, and now let's add some subdivisions. Okay, so go to single, add one up there, add one down there. We're gonna add one at the end, obviously. Let's see, we got that. I'm gonna hit Q on my keyboard, right click object mode and hit 3 to smooth out. That's not bad. Okay, we'll take this guy, we'll hit 3 as well. As you can see, I need to tweak a little bit on the top. So right click face, edit mesh, extrude, we'll do an offset of 0.01. That should hold that shape. Right click object mode and hit 3. Still not enough. Hit 1 to go back. I'll take this guy and hit Control H to hide it. And we're going to go to Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop Tool, and add one up there and hit Q. Right click Object, hit 3 to smooth out. That's a nice clean line. And go to Display and Show All to get that guy back. All right. Okay. So what we're going to do next is we are going to UV this guy. So I'm going to hit 1 to go back and 1 to go back. We'll select this, create UVs, and we'll do automatic. Let's see what we get. Edit UVs, UV texture editor. It's laid out pretty nicely, actually. And we're going to have pretty much one uniform texture going on there. So I'm just going to leave that the way it is. We're going to take this guy, right click object mode. Let's see, create UVs, automatic mapping, edit UVs, UV texture editor. And again, not bad at all. However, we will need to take notice of the direction of the wood grain and so forth. So that's a tricky part. So let's see, what I can do here is, yeah, what I'll do is I'll add a texture for now, so I can just check. So right click, assign new material, Lambert, and looks like I need to delete my history here. Let's quickly do that. There we go. Okay. So Lambert. Um, my color, I'm going to select this. I'm going to select File, and I'm going to select the folder. And I have a wood texture going on right here. Hit my checkered ball here, and as you can see, it's oriented in the wrong direction. I'll just hit 3 so we can see it a bit better. So I'm going to go to Edit UV's UV Texture Editor, and I'm going to right click, go to Shell. I'm going to take all of these and rotate. And while I'm at it, I'm going to move them up here like so. And then we're just going to check the top and the bottom. As you can see, that guy is not okay. So we're going to select this little shell here, right click shell. There we go. And we're going to rotate. That's much better. And while we're at it, let's move that up here. Not bad. Let's check the top. That doesn't look too bad. Let's just right click shell. Let's see how that looks. Actually, this looks pretty cool. Just tilting that a little bit. And we'll move that up here. Okay. Cool. Now, what we're going to do here is we are going to create a snapshot for this. Okay, so we're going to go to UV snapshot, browse. I'm going to go to my desktop. I'm going to call this handle UV. Okay, and save that. Actually, it's a 1024. That's fine. It's a JPEG. Should have checked that, but it's all good. Okay, so that's that. Then we're going to look at this guy. Right click object mode, edit UV's UV texture editor. We had all that going on, right? And I'll take that snapshot, UV snapshot, and I'll call that on my desktop blade UV. And save and okay. All right. Let's close that out. Now we're going to go to Photoshop. And I'm going to file open. I'm going to open my wood texture file, which is this guy. And I'm just going to change the size here. Image size 1024 by 1024. I'll just change that. There we go. 1024. Okay, still looks fine, which is important. And I'm going to go to File, Open, and I want my handle UV. So where did he go? Where did he go? I thought I saved it. Sorry guys, not quite sure what happened there. All right. Just have to redo that. I'm sorry. So polygon, UV snapshot, desktop, and this is, it's there apparently. Override, yeah. Take my handle, UV snapshot, desktop, handle UV, save, and okay. Okay, so this is our handle texture, and I'm gonna go to File, Open, and I'm gonna look for my handle UV. What is that? Come on. probably going blind or something. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now I'm going to hit Control I to reverse that. And then I'm going to take my selection rectangle, and I'm just going to select the entire square. Hit Control C to copy. I'm going to go over here, hit Control V to paste. So now I got a new layer, as you can see here, right? So, and what I'm going to do there is on this layer, I want the opacity to go down so I can see my texture, right? Not too much. It's just so I can see my texture, okay? So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to add some color to it, just from holding it, greasy hands and so forth, all right? So we'll take where do you go? Brush, brush, brush. We'll take a brush, just a regular brush tool. We'll increase the size and we'll select something like this. Let's see. That's too big. That's about right. Okay. And we'll tweak the opacity as well. And this area I can kind of test, if you will, because we're not going to need that. Let's bring that down a bit more. Very faint. That's kind of right. Okay. So as you can see here, this is the bottom of our handle here. And actually, let's see, is that our bottom? No, that's the top. So I just kind of want to have a very faint line going on there. And just click here and there. Now that is the other end. So this is my my bottom part. And we're just going to add a little detail. This is the side. And we just want it to look a little bit less clean, if you will. Okay, we'll do especially around the top and the bottom here. Okay, something like so. All right. Then we're going to take our layer here. We're going to hit delete. So we're going to have our texture file with these colorations in it. Not quite sure if it's dark enough. So what we can do there is just spruce it up a bit. So we'll do an opacity of 25. And again, it's just so that we don't have an absolutely clean wood texture, because that looks kind of fake, if you will. So just, bring that up. All right. So we're going to take that layer again. We're going to hit delete. It should be good, unless, all right. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What the deal is this. Edit. Let's do step backward. Step backward. Here we go. Thing is this, and that is my very stupid mistake. I'm drawing on my layer. I should be drawing on my background. That's the issue. Okay. So at least you won't make that mistake. Okay. So we're going to just quickly do these accents. You by now know what the deal is. And I was kind of wondering why I didn't see that. So we'll leave it at that, okay? Now, if we take the layer and turn that off, you can clearly see that that is applied, okay? Okay, so File, Save As. I'm going to save it out as my wood texture on my desktop. I'm going to overwrite it. And okay. So now if I go in here and minimize that. Take my handle and go in to my color, and I'm just going to reselect my wood file. And now you can clearly see that there is some dirt and so forth added to it. Okay. Now one more thing we can do there is I'll just open this file here, and I'm going to go to image adjustments and make it black and white. And I'll just go with the standard file, save as, and I'll call this wood bump and save it on my desktop. Go back to Maya, select this guy, go back to my bump mapping folder, select file, click on this checker here, hit my folder, and look for my wood bump file. There we go. And apply that as a bump map. And as you can see, it's way too deep. Okay. So let's tweak that a little bit. Select it first. And where'd it go? Bump map right there. Let's see, where is my bump depth? Should be right here, guys. Not here. Just give me one sec. Hang on. I think it's here. Hang on. Found it, guys. It's under a bump to 3D here. So here you can tweak the value. So I'll just bring that down a bit. I want to hit this guy so I can select my file, which is wood bump. Okay. So that's our handle. Not too bad. Okay. And now for our blade. Okay, so this guy, hit 3 to smooth it. All right. We're going to do a similar process. I'm just going to close this out, and hopefully I won't mess it up this time. So I'm going to open a file. I'm going to open a metal texture file, steel actually. This one right here. I'm going to change the image size, so image adjustments, and let's see, or sorry, image size. Constrain this off. 1024 by 1024, which is okay. All right. Then I'm going to go to File, Open, and I'm going to open my blade UV. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Blade UV right here. Open that. Hit Control I to reverse black and white. Take my rectangular selection tool and select the whole thing. Hit Control C to copy. We're going to go over here. We're going to hit Control V to duplicate. And then we're going to go to our opacity once again on our layer 1, which is our UV. And we're going to bring that down until we see our steel texture. And this time I'm going to do it right. Okay. Then we're going to select our background because that's what we're going to be drawing on. We could do an additional layer, but in this case, I'm just going to do it on this file. All right. Okay. So we'll take our brush once again. Where'd you go? Nope. There it is. Okay. Settings should still be okay. So we're just gonna kind of make it a bit more dirty. So here's the front end. We'll just tweak that a little bit. And we'll do the sides here. And don't go overboard with that. Just, kind of add some color to areas where you would expect to have some dirt and so forth. Okay. And what we can actually do here is, let's see, bring that up to make that quite red. And that's maybe too red. dark red, you know, and kind of make it a bit bloody, if you will. Just some spots here and there. And like I said, don't go overboard with that, okay? So that's about right. Now we're gonna take our layer 1, we're gonna delete that, and we're gonna save this guy out. So File, Save As, and we'll just overwrite our seal texture that we had. Okay, and okay. And we can also use this as a bump map, if you will. So we're gonna go to Image, and adjustments, and we're going to turn this into a black and white. And where'd it go? Right there. Just going to go with that as a standard. File, save as. We'll call this blade bump and save it on our desktop. Okay, back to Maya. There we go. So first, right-click, assign new material, Lambert, checkered file, select our file, and let's look for our steel texture. There we go. And you can see our blood going on there and so forth. Okay, not bad per se. I do see a seam here and not too happy with that. Let's see if we can tweak that a little bit. UV texture editor. Let's see, right click shell, drag select that. I'm going to hit R. Trying to minimize the effect. That looks a bit better. Okay. So that's that. And then we're going to right click, go to object mode. We're going to go to the material that we just created. We're going to go to bump mapping, file, and we'll just start off by decreasing the bump depth. Let's see, we'll do 0.4. We'll hit the checkered folder, hit this folder, and that's our blade bump. And that just gives enough definition to get a sense of, you know, it's beat up metal. Okay. All right. So still got a little bit of a seam going on there, but I don't want to take this, have this take forever. So we're going to go to mesh and combine, modify, convert, modify center pivot. I'm going to hit E and let's rotate that. Let's create a ground plane. Hit R, scale that out and scale that out. Let's take our axe from this view. I'll hit W. Oops, got my floor going on there. Let's just position it like so. Lights, create lights. Point light. Pull that up, hit 7 on my keyboard. So we can kind of see the light source. Control D to duplicate. And we'll do create lights, ambient light. And that's, as always, very, very bright. We'll push it back here and we'll decrease intensity to 0.1. We'll take our floor here, assign new material. We'll do a Fong E to get some reflection. Let's go to our resolution gate. Yeah, That's about right. Okay. View, bookmark, edit bookmark. We'll call this new and apply. I'm going to go to my render settings, mental ray. Don't really have to do that mental ray, but it's just a preference. Okay, I'm going to go to my image size, HD 1080. Quality tab, let's crank that up to about 1.5. Not a lot more stuff going on. I'm going to set up global illumination, and I'm going to use image-based lighting as I usually do. Okay, I'm going to find an HDRI file to use. Documents and Maya HDRI. Let's do Sky 3. Let's see how that works out for us. Okay, I'm going to hit the render button. See you guys in a sec. Well, guys, there you have it. There's our game asset. Now, there's one thing you really need to keep in mind, though. When you're modeling a game asset, usually you're transferring details from a high poly to a low poly and so forth. But in this case, if you select this entire thing, you can see that the poly count is actually extremely low, so there's really no need. And in that case, you can just work straight off of your model. Okay, so that's it for this tutorial. If you got any questions, let me know, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.